guys, how are we doing? It's Martin Cliffe here. Welcome to another video. Back in the UK for a short period, hopefully a very short period, but we'll see, that's out of my hands. But I've realised since I've been here, I've got a bit of a problem. Now, it's not the kind of problem that you lose sleep over, or in fact, some would say it's a very good kind of problem to have. But it is something that it is making me think a little bit. Now, in the end of last year, I did a Guitars I'm Selling in 2022 video, and this one you saw. This is, I think, the last of the Suhr standards I bought, and yeah, it's ready for sale. I brought it over to the UK because shipping from Bucharest is just awkward, crazy, annoying, really difficult, unreliable, say what you will, it is not good. So I thought much easier to sell it here, yeah, if I can't sell it in these next couple of weeks, we're back in the summer, so hopefully I'll be able to sell it then. But one thing I've realised is that not only do I have this guitar here in the UK at the moment, I also have this guitar, which didn't appear in my Guitars I'm Selling videos, but you know what, I think it's gonna be sold. I was umming and ahhing for a while about it, don't get me wrong, it's a great guitar, it's a Suhr S2 throwback, sounds great. Sounds great, plays great, it's a Suhr. In fact, the neck was the neck that has been on Storm for the last couple of years, because it was the guitar that I bought as a kind of donor guitar for that neck. But yeah, I don't know, it just, I was considering, you know, putting heavy strings on it, using it for slides, doing various other bits of messing around with it. So you've seen it with a rosewood board, you've seen it with a tortoiseshell pickguard. Doesn't quite do it for me, so don't know why I'm keeping it. So let's add that to the guitars to sell pile. Now this guitar, I didn't expect to sell. This guitar I intended to keep. Back in January I was playing it in Nashville tuning. Broke a string, like within an hour of getting it out of the case. And couldn't remember where I put those strings, so I've just put a set of 9s on it now. And I was kind of giving this guitar a little bit of time to make me fall in love with it, because it's different from my other Suhrs. It has a different neck shape. It's got the... Now I'm not sure whether this is a even C medium or whether this is the kind of vintage medium neck, but it's a fastened neck, and I'm just not finding it very comfortable. It has a kind of weird shoulder to the neck. I mean, it's a little bit fatter, but yeah, fatter necks. My Les Paul has a big fat neck, but there's just something about the shape of it that just doesn't feel right under my thumb. So however good it sounds, and obviously, yeah, it's a slightly bigger guitar, so balance is a little bit off because it's an offset and I'm not used to them. Yeah, however good it sounds, if it doesn't play right, then it doesn't reach the keep list. So it looks like I'm going to be selling 3 Suhrs now this summer, which seems a bit mad really, because they're amazing guitars, but they've just not got the magic. What's the most strange though is this. This, of course, is Snowy. You've all seen it. It's been in many of my videos. Not an expensive guitar. Compared with everything else in my collection, by far the cheapest instrument I own. And yet it plays better than any of the three Suhrs, despite the fact that this one and this one have the same neck as Blue and Mikey and Old Red. Because the finish is different, they're a kind of satin finish and doesn't feel quite right. Whereas I don't know whether originally Blue and whatever were satin finish necks or whether they were slightly more gloss. But certainly the amount I've played them, they've definitely kind of worn in a bit, and they just feel right, and they don't feel the same as these. This is a great guitar. This is a great guitar. The JM, they're great guitars, but they don't have the magic. Also, I hope this is sounding alright. I'm filming this on my iPhone, which I've never really done except for the odd like vlog video. I've got two radio mics, one plugged into an SM57 on the amp and one plugged into the lapel mic, and they're going through my little tiny ceramic mixer and end into the phone. So I've got no control over it. iOS doesn't allow you to do fancy things like that while using the camera, but it's a good 4K camera. So yeah, hopefully it looks and sounds alright. And the thing about this is I've had this guitar 18 years. So even though it's a slightly different shaped neck, this neck feels home. And I've done so many tweaks to it. I mean, I don't know that I could ever sell it. Maybe I could give it away to someone, I don't know. There are flaws. There is a dent in the pickup cover from when I put it on because I slipped with a pair of pliers when I was trying to squeeze it on and get it to stick before the wax set. The low E saddle is in the wrong place because the bolt holding in is jammed and I can't get it undone to move the saddle back so I can get the intonation right. So if I play the low E string above the 15th fret, it's out of tune. I don't like the hip shot tuners. I could change them, I guess. It's whether it's worth it. But it sounds great and it plays great. It's really comfortable. It's a little bit heavier than some others despite being smaller. But it's home. And now we're in Bucharest, not Hong Kong. So now it's only like 3.5 hours, 4 hours flight away rather than a 13 hours flight. I only need one guitar here. If I need a guitar here at all, but that's a whole other question. So this one's gotta be, at least for now, the one I keep. So the problem I've got is that I came with the intention of definitely selling one Suhr, maybe selling a second, but taking the third one, taking the JM Pro back with me. And then I sat down and played it for a couple of days, and I don't really like it that much. So I guess I'm not going down to 16 guitars, I guess I'm going down to 15. And then maybe 14, because I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to do with the guitar I call Storm. I'm going to see, once I put the rosewood board back on it, because I've got that next to take back with me, I'll see how that feels and how that responds. Maybe that guitar becomes the guitar to bring back to the UK, so I've got a guitar that I'm familiar with and is, you know, plays awesome and stuff, and I give this to someone. Don't know. But either way, I think it's looking like I'm going to go down to 6 electric guitars. Definitely first world problem. It's just an interesting thing that I thought maybe would want a video. The other problem is I had reserved a slot in my guitars 2022, my guitar collection 2022 selection, which is a series of videos that will be starting very soon and will run right the way through to almost the end of September. I'd reserved a week for this. If I'm not keeping this, I'll need to think of something else to put in that video. But today is the 1st of May, and that's something like the 19th of August or somewhere around there, whatever the Thursday is of that week. So I've got a while to think about that. Anyway, here we go. The first world problem. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I thought, as a lot of us I think having more guitars, having more choice, would make us happy. But the happier I am with the few guitars. Now, I'm not ever going to get rid of Blue, Mikey and All Red, because those three are awesome. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon.